You can see my screen, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So yesterday we talked about the formula fields. Okay. We talked about the formula fields. What are formula fields? These are special fields where the value inside these fields are not manually written, but those are calculated based on the formula we write in the formula editor of that field. Okay. So formula fields, how you will create? You'll just go to the object on which you want to create the formula field. Like yesterday, we have taken the example of student object. In the student object, we have created three normal fields. Those are number fields. Okay, number data type fields where each have subject one, subject two, subject three labels. Now I have taken a formula field which I labeled as a total marks. Okay, which I labeled as a total marks. Now, in that total marks, what formula we have written? We have written subject 1 plus subject 2 plus subject 3. That means whatever the values that are given manually or by somehow in these three different fields will be calculated and stored automatically in the total marks field, which is a of type formula. Okay, which is of type formula field. Now, when this value will be changing, whenever any of the field value changes, then this value will be also changing. Okay, this is just a small recap of what we have learned yesterday. I'll show this again practically with different formula. Okay, just let me launch the trial head. Now let us launch the playground from the Anson.org. So this was the playground which we played yesterday. So in the sales app, we have opened the students object. In the students object, we have calculated the value. Okay. Now still it is not visible here. Okay. But whenever you click on edit, we have this. Okay. We have this. Okay. This is because of page layout. I have changed the page layout of this. We'll come to that concept again. Don't worry. Okay. But whenever we click on save, okay, it got saved. Let us check it. Okay. Is this clear? Okay. So this is how this total marks, which is a formula field, is calculated upon entering the values in the three other different fields. Okay. Now let us take another example. Let us go to the uh, accounts object. Okay. Let us go to the accounts object. Okay. In the accounts object, there is something called as edge communications. Okay. What is the field we have already? Annual revenue. Okay. Annual revenue is the field we have. Okay. Annual revenue is the field we have. Now I want to calculate the brokerage amount. Okay. I want to calculate the brokerage amount. my calculation is like annual revenue. Okay, annual revenue. Let's say 5% of the annual revenue. Okay, 5% of the annual revenue. That is the brokerage fee. I want to calculate. Okay, brokerage fee is 5% of the annual revenue. So what is the formula for 5% of annual revenue? Simply 5
Total
divided by
amount.
100, okay, into the particular value which is annual revenue.
Total
Okay,
amount.
okay. Or I can just say 5 into 0. Okay, 0.01
01.
into, okay, into annual revenue. Okay, is this clear till now?
Yes, clear.
So this is the formula I need to write. Okay, where I need to write, which object we are dealing with here?
Account object.
Account object. So we need to go to the setup. Okay, we need to go to the setup. Let me clear this. We need to go to the setup. In the setup, we need to go to the object manager because we are managing a particular object. So in that, the object is account. Then we have to navigate to the fields and relationship. Now already annual revenue is there. Okay, annual revenue. Now create a new field. Okay, which type? It's a formula type. Okay,
Formula.
click on next. Then here brokerage value. I think there is already a field. Let's take brokerage amount. Okay. Now, what will be the like amount in the sense it's a currency, right?
Currency.
So the output will be the currency. I can name it as a number as well, but currency will suit it better because there is a difference between the currency and the number. In the currency, we have a choice at the org level to choose the country's currency. Means we want to calculate in dollars, we want to calculate in euros, or we want to calculate in Australian dollars. So like that, there is a way. So hence, it's better to go with the currency data type as a return type. Okay.
And where will be the options like other
That will
country
be me.
currency?
That will be like a dealing later. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But now this just understand that number currency both results in the same thing, but currency choosing is the best option because we will get the dollars, euros, like that currency selection option for us. Okay. In the
Okay.
details of a particular object record. Okay. Now here we go. We have a formula editor. Okay. For this formula, which is a formula brokerage amount. Now, so I need to write the 5%, right? 5. Okay. Then insert the operator into then percentage. So 0.01. Okay.
01.
Then again space. Then
Into.
again into 1 second. Yeah. Into the merge field. Merge field is in the field of the account object. Okay. I'll tell you what is this organization, what is this user, but currently the annual revenue is a field of the account object. Okay. Let me select the annual revenue. Then let us check the syntax. Means did you write anything mistake? Suppose if I write like this. Okay.
Syntax error.
Syntax error. So it tells you if you are doing any mistake or not. So it's always better to check for the syntax. Then we have an option to save. Next. So leave it as this. The security and the layout concept we haven't yet discussed. So leave it as this. Now we have the brokerage amount field, which is of formula type, which returns the currency. Okay.
Currency.
And if you open that, it calculates the 5%, 5 into 0.01 into annual revenue. That means 5% of the annual revenue. Let's see how it will be displayed on the accounts object. Let me reload this. No. Okay, no problem. We have the option to see quickly. Yeah, edit. Okay,
Yeah.
is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
5% of the annual revenue. If you have still doubt, let's say annual revenue is sum. Okay, if you click on save, then again if you click on edit, you see exactly 5%. Okay, out
Yeah,
of this. Clear?
yeah,
So
clear.
this is how the formula field helps us to calculate the automated value based upon the values in another fields. Okay, another fields. Is it clear till now?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Now let us jump back to our object, table, fields concept again. So what is an object here in Salesforce? What is an object?
Table.
It's a table. Yeah, it's a table. Object in the sense it's a table where in Salesforce we store the or we save the data. Okay.
Data. Yeah.
Okay. Object will be in the form of a table where we have rows and we have columns. Okay. We have columns. Each column have a heading. That means each column has a field.
Field.
Okay. So till now, what we have done is initially in the starting day, in the day before yesterday's class, we have created a record, SFKC record. Okay. Raghu shared the screen and we created a record. Since yesterday and today, in these two classes, we have created fields of different data types. Yes or no? Now it's time to create the object itself.
Object.
Okay. Let me go back to the Salesforce org. Now in this org, again, let me go to the object manager. Okay. Object manager from the setup. Now, if you want to create a field in the particular object, then we have to go to that object. But if you want to create the object itself, there are three ways. Okay. But we'll be going with the easiest way first. There is a button here. Okay. There is a button here. Okay. This button, okay, this button will be helpful to create a object. Now here again there are two options. Okay, let me show it. Create custom object or create custom object from a spreadsheet. So not to worry about this option. Let's go with this option. Okay, custom object. Now this custom object, let me name this custom object as let's say um, one second. Employee. I think I already have this object, so let me name it SFKC employee. Okay. So plural form of this will be SFKC employees. So object description I am not giving. Then there is something called as, this is important. This is very important, where we will be having a first field. This is a mandatory field in any object. Whenever you are creating an object, this field, the first field, will be created at the time of creation of object. That is called as name field. What kind of field it is? Name field. Okay. So this name field, how the name field should be? Like Salesforce employee name, or like what should be the name of that field? You have to choose it. Now, let me say just employee name. Okay, employee name. Now what kind of data type is a text data type? There are auto number as well, so we'll talk about the auto number later on. But now currently let's say it is a text data type. Only two options for a name field, for the mandatory field, for the first field, whenever we are creating an object, only two data types we can select. One is auto number, one is text. Okay. So the name of that you can choose here. You can write it anything. Okay. Then coming to little down, there are like object classification. Don't do anything for this. Let them be checked in. Then there is other thing called in development or deployed. In development in the sense your object will not be visible. Okay. Deployed in the sense your object is in the org and you can use it. So always be sure you check the deployed. Okay. By default it is deployed only. So no need to worry. Then so this we'll talk about later. These three things. Okay. Just we created the object. Now let me save it. Okay. The first field name is employee name, which is of type text. Let us save it. Okay. Now you got a object. Okay. You got a object. But can you see that object here? Let me reload it, or let me hard reload. You can't see that object tab here. Okay. Let me search in here. Can you see here? No. Or let me have we have a pencil icon. Okay, we have a pencil icon where we can add multiple tabs. We can drag and drop. So you can't see here. Let me again open add more items. Means whatever the objects we have option to choose from here. So in the all, let me type what was our object name?
SFKC employees.
SFKC employees. So there are no objects which starts with SFKC. Then when the object will be visible, that is the question now. Okay. So the concept is object in the sense we created a table. Okay. Object in the sense we created a table. For that object to be visible on any of the application as these tabs. Okay. These are called as tabs now. Generally in a browser we will be having tabs, browser tabs. So like that we'll call these as tabs. Okay. To visible here, okay, in any of the like sales application, service application, or our own custom application, we need to create a special tab for this. Okay. For any table, I mean for any object to be visible on the any of the application in the Salesforce, we need to have a tab that needs to be created and that is connected to the object we created. Okay. Object in the sense it will be created in the backend like a database. But to have access to that on the UI, we need a tab. Okay. Let us create that tab now. Again, we need to go to the setup. Okay. In the setup, but now it's not an object manager. It's a home. Okay. It's a home. Inside this is home. Okay. So inside home, we have tabs. Okay. In the user interface, we have tabs section. In the tab section, see, there are already 3 custom tabs I have created. Now we need to create one more tab. Okay. Let me create a tab, and the tab object is, see, this is a newly created object, right? Which don't have the tab yet. So automatically you will get a drop down option for that. So this object I will select. This is a tab style. See, no need to worry about this tab style. You can choose anything. Okay. Just it's like a coloring kinds of concept. Okay. So no need to worry about this one as well. Now, so leave everything as it is. Leave everything as it is. Save. Now what we created? We created a tab. Okay. This is our requirement, right? To be visible for any object, to be visible on the UI, we need a tab for that. Okay. So for the SFKC employee, we created a tab for this object. We created a tab for on the UI. Okay. See, in the user interface, we have a tab section. In the tab section, we have a custom object tabs. Custom object is an object which we created. So custom object tab. Then we have a new option. In that new option, when we click, So we directly get a drop down to select the recently created object. So this is our recently created object. Then we have selected this object and we created a tab. That's it. Now let's see. Let's again go back to the, okay, Control Shift R. Now more. Can you see it? Okay. SFKC employee. Before it was not visible, but now you can see it. Okay. You can see it here. Let me show it again. Okay. SFKC employee. Okay. This is how, okay, this is how adding a tab makes the object visible. Now you can just drag and drop it anywhere. This is my priority now, so I will drop it in this third place. Okay, this will be third tab. Now if, one second, let me close this. Yeah, if you add the tab, then only the object will be visible. This point needs to be remembered for sure, because for any object while creating, you will be directly creating this tab for sure. Okay, now click on new. How many fields we have created? By default, which is the first field that got created? Employee name. So this is the only field that is available for us to enter. Okay, now save. How many fields are visible now? But 4 fields. These are called as mandatory fields or standard fields. In the sense, created by, who created? Owner. Who is the owner of this record? Okay, I can assign it to anyone, but here only I have access, so I'll not be assigning it to anyone. Last modified by, created by, and the owner of the record. Owner we can assign to any member in the group. I mean any member in the organization, but created by and modified by, you can't change it. The system will generate as a formula field. Na? Who created? The system knows now who created. And here also who modified at the last, so system will know. So these are the mandatory fields and read-only fields, means you can't edit it. But this owner, you can edit it. If you have any other employees in your organization, then you are good to go. Okay, you will have option to select, but I don't have any of the user. This concept you will come to know in the data security. Okay, no need to worry. How to share the records to other persons. Okay, this is the employee name, which is the mandatory field, the first field that gets created while creating the object. Is it clear till now? So we created object. Okay, we created an object, in the sense a table. Okay, for the table to be visible, we created a tab. Okay, we created a tab here. Okay, in here, for to be visible here, we created tab. Then this is called as custom tab or custom, okay, custom object. In the sense, we customized this object. Salesforce didn't give the object as this accounts, opportunities, leads, tasks. These are the objects that are given by Salesforce directly. But when it comes to the this SFKC employees object, we created. Okay, clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, this is the way we create a custom object. Then, but actually we have to come this way. First create a custom object, then create a field in that object, then enter the data. But we came in a reverse way. First enter the record in the accounts object in the first class, then we created the fields, okay, in the next class for the standard objects, accounts, contacts, opportunities, contracts. That day you have done the assignment, right? And today we have created a custom object. Okay, custom object. Clear? Okay, now let's see how we need to learn this. What is the more efficient way of learning this concept? We have a trailhead given by the Salesforce, so need to navigate to the trailhead. Then we have something called as data modeling. Okay, data modeling. Okay, so this is the first module you have to complete. Okay, data modeling. I'll be sharing this one. So if you see generally overview of object, what is object? It's like a part of a data model, data structure, data organization in the Salesforce. This is how the data will be generally in any table format. Now, but in Salesforce, we get a record in special way. See, this is what we see, right? This is what we see. Then we have like what is standard object, what is custom object. Then we have a way to create a custom object. Okay, they created a custom object called properties. Then the plural label is properties. Then they have created a custom tab, launch new custom tab wizard. Okay, so they created a custom tab. Then next save. Then you came to know about the fields. Okay, what are the fields? Different types of fields. Then name field, like that. Then there are different types of fields here. Checkbox field, daytime field. Now there is a task to do for us, create a custom field. Then this is what we have done, right? Since 3 days, went to the fields and relationship, selected the currency type and the name it as a price. So like that. But this is for which object? The property object, which we created here. So this is how Salesforce helps us to learn in a more better way by giving step by step. Okay. Then we have our app launcher. Then we have to go to that. Take this challenge. Yeah, we have a challenge now. Okay, we have a challenge. Build a custom offer object. Now, okay, based on this, okay, these steps, you need to understand how to create this object now. Okay, and then create a field. For this, you will be getting how many points? 500 points. What are these points? The points helps interviewers or some in your company. They helps us to make you stand in a good position, because based on the like these points, you will be having like 1 second. Head ranking. So based on this, you'll be getting the points. Okay. If you get a ranger, then that will be good option. That will be good for you. Like among your employees, among your colleagues, you'll be in the top position, ranger badge. So if you have a ranger, 5x ranger, 3x ranger, if you open LinkedIn, see any of the profile of any of the Salesforce developers, 5x developer, 5x certified, or 5x ranger. So like this, they will be displaying their ranking in the trailhead, in the LinkedIn profile. So that helps you to that helps your profile to be looking good. Okay. So I recommend not only follow my blogs, but also follow the task here and do the challenge. Okay. This helps you a lot. Clear? I'll be sharing this. This is the first one. This is the first one we need to complete. Okay. This is the first one we need to complete. What are these? We'll see now. Okay. Let me send it in the chat. Okay. I need to open that. I'll send it after this class. Okay. Now, is it clear for everyone? Raghu, Jashwant, or anyone?
Yeah,
Can you
clear.
share your screen?
It's clear.
Okay. Can you share your screen? We'll create a small object. Okay. We'll create a small object.
Yeah. Okay. Sharing my screen.
Let me grant you the permission. Yeah. Quick. Is the trial head open? Okay. Okay. Create
Object
student
manager.
object. Yeah. Create student object.
Yeah.
So you have to go to the object manager. Okay. Is it slow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
No. Go by step by step. Go to object manager first. Click here. Go to object manager. Then click here. Then click here. Yeah. Then you enter the name first, student. Then the plural form, students. So when you enter these things, the object name will be displayed automatically. So no need to touch. If you have a spaces in your label, then you will be getting underscores. Okay. Object name in the sense API name. What is the object name? What is API name? We'll come to know later. No need to change it. So okay. So just go up. Just go up. No. Just let's go up. So this is as is. So we are not changing this one. Student name and text type. So no need to worry. Then come down. So as is. But one second. Before saving, before this, what I have done? Just went to the home. Then in the home, I have opened the user interface section. In the user interface section, I have the tabs column, right? I have the tabs column,
Yeah.
tab section. So in the
Yes.
tabs, we have created tab. But Salesforce given a easiest way to create a tab while creating the object itself. Down you can see that. You can see a statement. Launch new custom tab
New custom
wizard
tab.
after saving this custom object. So no need to go to the steps again. So directly if you click here, just check that. Click on save. See, you'll be getting into the tab section. Okay. So student tab, you selected the object as student tab, then a style for that, then click on the save. Okay. Now
Yeah.
go to the sales application. So students.
Student.
Okay. You can create a new student. Click on new. You'll be having only one field.
Only name field.
Yeah. Clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. We'll be taking 5 minutes of break, everyone. We'll be back after 5 minutes. We'll continue object relationship. Means I have two tables. I will be having two tables. Okay. Not one table. I'll be having two different tables. Okay. Now, from this table, from one record, I will relate it to the another record. Okay. Okay. I'll relate it to the another record. Now I have a suppose sports. Okay. Cricket. Now in the cricket, how many students are there? How many students are there? I don't want to enter manually. I want to point it to the real students object. Okay. Okay. Kalyan student, I want to point from here. Like that, I want to point it from sports object to the students object, so that if someone clicks on the particular sports and open that, all the student record will be visible there. Okay. This concept is called object relationship. So how I will be creating the object relationship, what are the rules to create, what are the limitations, what are the pros and cons, we'll see in the after 5 minutes. Okay.